Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we're going to discuss why you should not mix your retargeting ads with your cold traffic ads in the same campaign. Don't get me wrong, if it's an ABO campaign, do whatever you want, it doesn't matter, because over there we're criticizing everything that we do in terms of the ad set level. I'm talking about CBO campaigns. You should not do that for several reasons, and let's start analyzing them one by one. First of all, in your CBO campaigns, your budget is going to go to the ad set that has the bigger spend. That being said, if you're putting an interest, for example, of 20 million people and you're putting a retargeting which has 50k as a custom audience, that means that Facebook is not going to spend a lot of money to it, and it's going to spend most of the money on the interest or lookalike or in your broad targeting. Second thing, we're going to go into my PC and I'm going to show you how different are the metrics that we look in a campaign that it's retargeting and in a cold traffic campaign. You might see, for example, that they have a very expensive cost per click, but the click-through rate is much better because it's an audience which is warm. You might see, for example, that you have higher CPM, but you're having better ROAS because it doesn't matter, it's not a cold traffic audience, it's a warm audience, and that means that you are getting better quality traffic. So, just so that we can analyze it once and forever, let's go into my PC. Let me show you some accounts of some retargeting campaigns and the different metrics that we see there, so that you're not going to do this mistake, because I'm seeing it in some other accounts and it's a little bit concerning. You should just put your retargeting campaign in a separate campaign and your cold traffic ads in a cold traffic campaign. One more note before we go to my PC. Don't forget that you also need to segment differently your different retargeting campaigns. For example, if you do a retargeting campaign for the last 30 days, the audience is very small. And if you do one retargeting campaign for people who engage with your Facebook or Instagram, the audience is going to be much bigger. And even if those two, they're considered retargeting, both of them, one of them for middle of funnel, one of them for bottom of funnel, but still they are considered retargeting, the engagers, they have such a big audience that even if you put them again in a CBO campaign, they are going to take all the budget again because it's a bigger audience. So you need to segment also your retargeting campaigns. Either run ABO in your retargeting or run a CBO if you want with just one ad set. Don't let them compete with each other. There is no point of letting them compete with each other. You should let your ad sets that are in the cold traffic audience to compete with each other. You should not compete with warm audiences inside a CBO campaign. Let's go on my PC to show you some different metrics so that you can be convinced once and forever. So let's go into some of my accounts just so that I can show you. In this ad account, for example, 137k spent, 2.78, break-even ROAS on this account too. This campaign over here, it's retargeting and it has a very slow spend because I'm having a lot of advanced plus campaigns on this one and I know that they're stealing sales. As you can see already, it has 6 frequency. But what I want you to look at here is this. For example, comparing to other campaigns, you can see that this cold traffic, it has 3.89, it has 2.13 ROAS, this one has 4.31 with 10. CPM, which if we see 10 CPM in this ad account, most probably we would be worried that it's not going to have good results. Another thing that you are noticing immediately, and this is also another reason that you should not group them together with cold traffic ads. You can see, for example, that your cost per unique click over here, it's 1.55, while on your other campaigns is 0.62. Okay, this one is more expensive, I guess, but you get my point. This one is more expensive from other ones that are performing well, but the big difference here is on the CTR, the click-through rate. You can always see in your retargeting campaigns that even if they have much more expensive cost per unique click, that you are getting better CTRs because this is a warm audience. Let's go on this one, for example. Okay, so in this one, last 7 days, 35k, 6 spent this month, 5.5, 150k spent. The situation with this one is that if we see retargeting, which is this one, we can see again, guys, the same situation over here. Look how big it is. It's almost a double in several cases and sometimes triple from this one, for instance. We can see that it has a CPM of 31, still it has an 8.67 ROAS, it's better than other campaigns that we have here. Let's see what is happening on the click-through rate, if I'm right again. Yep, so the click-through rate is 6.72, we have a very high cost per unique link click, 4.56. So another thing that I want to mention over here about retargeting is that you should not care about these metrics. These metrics, when we talk about CPMs, when we talk about cost per unique link click, when we talk about CTR, and of course in this channel we care about these metrics only on the first or maximum on the second day. You should not care about them when it goes to retargeting, because retargeting is a warm audience. All the things that you know and what's on the internet about how expensive a CPM should be and stuff, they all apply to the cold traffic ads, and we don't criticize our retargeting ads from that, because simply what matters with retargeting is the ROAS that you're getting. And you can see here that even if it's so expensive as a cost per unique link click comparing to the others, it's almost the double several cases. Actually, a very nice cost per unique click in this one, cold traffic ad, and 2.82. This one is killing it. How much is the ROAS? It's 4. You see, it doesn't matter. The other one in cold traffic, it has 4.01, and it doesn't even go close to these good numbers. Anyway, over here, cost per unique click 4.56, 6.72. An amazingly good CTR that most probably you will never see in cold traffic ads. Let's go and see one more. Okay, let's go and see this one. How much? Oh, okay, this is in United Kingdom. This month, 131.7, let's say. 6.98. It's not 7 for a little bit. Let's see the last 7 days if it's going to increase. Yeah, 6.8. Most probably it's going to drop, but it's fine. We are far away from our target over here, which is 4 ROAS. This is why I'm scaling also. If you see the last month it was 80k, and this month alone I'm going to hit most probably 155k. In the last 7 days over here, 40k spent, 6.8 ROAS. And let's see the retargeting over here. You see that it's the one that has the best results. Of course, I'm not spending a lot of money on my retargeting campaigns. I don't like to cannibalize the audiences. Let's see the CPMs. Over here we have 7.62. It's not so far away from the cold traffic ads in this specific situation, but we talk about pounds also. It has better ROAS for sure. Let's see a little bit the CTR. The CTR comparing to the others, okay, we're hitting these numbers. You see, in this ad account, for example, it's not so big of a difference. Of course, the cost per unique click is the most expensive one that we have in this whole account, and we can see that consistently we're hitting 0.3, 0.9, 0.3. This account, by the way, it's in a great shape also. I scaled it from 80k to 155, 160k, so I spent it double the money. So I'm guessing that you are seeing all of these metrics too for this reason. 2.12, we can even see that there are some cold traffic ads that they are passing it, but it's the second highest over here. Okay, so I hope that all of these metrics are going to convince you that you should not look these kind of metrics in your retargeting ads. The only thing that you can do in retargeting is you can compare what kind of results you were getting in your retargeting before and what you're getting now, and see if it's different. This is what you should do. Okay, I think that this is summarizing everything, and now you can see why you should not do it. For some of you, maybe it's basic things, but believe me, I'm seeing it in other accounts. I'm seeing this mistake a lot of times. Now you have no excuses, okay? Don't forget that if you want to learn more, you can check my book, my course, and my website. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.